Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our backyard. Today's video is a little bit unusual, and the reason it's unusual is because I'm going to talk to you about a product, and it has to do with gardeners. And I am a small channel, so I want to preface this by saying I do not get paid for anything. These folks don't even know that I exist, but it has been such a wonderful tool for me in the garden. And it is when you get bit. And when you get bit by what I get bit by is typically fire ants or mosquitoes. I generally don't have any issues with bees or wasps, but we do down here in the south have a lot of fire ants, and I do get bit by them, and also mosquitoes. And so I want to talk to you about what's called bug bite thing. And it's unusual in that it is a sting suction tool, and I'm going to show this to you. But first I want to tell you just a few seconds about how I came about this. So in the wintertime, when I was not out in the garden, I was watching a show called Shark Tank, and this is about entrepreneurs. And on this particular show was a woman who was from the north and had moved to Florida. And she was not prepared for the stings that she got when she moved to Florida out in the garden. And so she would try antihistamines and creams and anything to alleviate the sting and the pain, but nothing really helped. And one day someone said, "Have you ever tried that suction tool?" And she said, "What suction tool?" And that started her saga and her journey, which got me interested. And so I watched this episode and I thought, you know what, I'm going to try that. And so this is what it looks like. It is very simple, and it has on the edges, if you get stung by a bee, it has this little scraper to where you can scrape the stinger out. But what you do is you suck out the venom. And it works. I can tell you it works like a charm. I use this constantly on myself. And there are two ends to this. One is a smaller end, and I use this, for instance, when I get a mosquito bite and I can see where a mosquito or a fire ant bite. But if it's over a larger area, you can turn this, I'm going to turn this, get it here, upside down to the other end. And this is a larger end, so you can actually treat a larger area. And so I'm going to show you how this works. It's very simple. I'm going to use my own leg. And you put it over the affected area, and then you raise these tabs, and you can see I'm pulling on it and it's causing pressure, and you wait about 30 to 40 seconds, and then that's it. And then you release the pressure and you're done. And what's amazing is you don't see the venom. I'm going to bring this close. The mark doesn't stay there long, believe me. And you are the one that controls the pressure. So if it starts to hurt, you can stop. You don't have to go the full way, but I do. I go the full way and I wait the full amount of time. And sometimes you have to reapply it. So I have done an area a couple of times, and then you're done. And the welt doesn't form. It doesn't itch. It doesn't hurt. And so this is really much better for me than a cream after the fact when it already welts up. They recommend that you get to the bite, as soon as you can after it's happened. That's when you have the most luck. If you wait like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, you're not going to be as successful. And then what they do is recommend you don't submerge this in water, but they recommend cleaning this little end. And so I use alcohol to clean it after each time that I use it. And this has become the best tool for any kinds of bites or stings. Like I said, very, very unusual video by me this morning, but gardeners, we always get bit sometime, no matter what we're doing out in the garden. So I'm curious, do any of you use this tool? Incidentally, I do want to share that this entrepreneur on Shark Tank did not come up with this design. It was a design, I think, created in Europe, possibly Denmark, if I remember right. And she contacted the person who had the patent on this, and she has exclusive rights in the United States. So that's how she brought this to the U.S. I know you can order it from Amazon. I actually got mine at a pharmacy. It cost, I think, $9.95 what I paid for it, and I would highly consider, for those of you that have annoying stings or bites, I would highly consider trying this out. All right. That's my friendly tip for you for today. A product, and I usually don't talk about products, but I use this thing a lot, and it is called Bug Bite Thing. All right. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful day today, and no stings or bites in the garden. Until next time, bye-bye.